who comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Hello, welcome. This is the After Therapy Trudging Together. I don't think that's not working. I noticed there. I don't know how long it's been that way. And that's why my camera was messed up. That's why I was all discombobulated. Because my camera was mirrored. So I'm like, why doesn't any of this look right? There we go. Now everything's back in its place. All right. I knew something was wrong. Man. Amber's number one all day. Yeah. YouTube started ranking the comments, right? If anybody is to rank the comments, it should be me. I'm the one here. I'm the one with seeing the comments, but I don't like ranking. It's bullshit. It's like who's being picked for kickball. It's bullshit. Yeah. Ranking comments. It does it for me. It's such a convenience. It's not very convenient. I will see I'll look again to see if I can figure out how to turn it off. Hey, Clara, good to see you. After Therapy Trudging Together, a triple T. I was wondering what the triple T was. Yeah. The therapy trudging after. You got to put the after in there, huh? Yeah. You probably tell it went pretty good. I had a good week, man. Wasn't easy, but I had a good week. I confronted some things. Mostly my social anxiety, getting out and going to the rally was a big thing for me, man. Because I've been trying to challenge that. Now I know that I can go do it. My therapist was able to help me figure out how to work on the resources for Aurora Mental Health. See, therapists are great and they can help you figure out things. You turn on, dear Coloradans, people in Colorado anyway, you turn on your heat today. Today's a great day. Today's a really good day to go change the damn filter. Go change your filter and turn on your heat. Get those dust bunnies out. It's going to get cold in the next couple weeks. I'll guarantee it. It used to snow by my birthday, and that was the 18th. I've been doing a lot of stuff. You guys want to see my website? All right. Check it out. It's not that bad. You guys, and it's Amber and Claire. You guys will kind of appreciate it. I've been working hard on this. Usually I just kind of zoom through website. Good enough. This one I'm being very particular, and I'm taking my time. Don't get me wrong, because Chat GPT it helped me design this, including this border around this and stuff. But I think it flows so much better. Look at this. You can even watch the Daily Trudge, the current Daily Trudge from the website now. You can't, you follow my content. All right. Then we're going to do the services. That looks real well. Buttons are working. See how those go bloop, 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 bloop. That's kind of different. Okay, I even have reviews, but look how long my reviews are, right? Things like that. So it's coming together. Yay. The goal is to be able to start taking clients by end of week. And I think I might be able to pull it off. If not, middle of next week. And then come the books. I have 3 books that I'm working on. I'm going to be working on groups. I'm going to talk to my friend Angel. I think she'd be willing to do that with me. Her and I work real well in a group setting, helping people out. We've done it a couple of times, and I enjoy working with her on that stuff. Swag. So I have an area for swag, but not just my swag. Look, I got people that do all sorts of things. If Claire wants to sell this here or on the website, if Amber wants to, so that if people want to order stuff, you can utilize my website for your orders. I'd be happy to do it for you. I would. I'd be happy to do that for you. I'm not going to charge my friends for that stuff. But that way, it's another way for you to sell your wares and stuff. Why not? Why not? Why not share the wealth? That, and then my friends are involved, and then they'll send people to my website. See, we're just helping each other out. It's how things work, and it's something that I'm trying to explain to Aurora Mental Health. It's hard to describe, right? It really is, but it's hard to describe because if you haven't done it right, like imagine, because usually like somebody wants to go to treatment. Well, now you got several calls to make, and you may not even get an answer. But if you could go to a Google Drive that was just oh, you know what? Yeah, look at this. West Pines, they have 2 beds open right now. Let's call them. You didn't even have to make a phone call, and you were able to help the client. And then you didn't spend an hour and a half on the phone. So what can you do with that hour and a half now? Well, you can go help more people. It's about referring to each other. You ever had a sponsee where it wasn't a good fit, so you helped them find a sponsor? It's what we do. It's what we do, right? But we're supposed to support each other. It's going to work. It will work. All right, let's get to what we were talking about. Welcome to Daily Trudge. Dion, I had to fill something in since we didn't do the jokes, but welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm not going to do them on every live because then I will run out of jokes. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch, right? So imposter syndrome in sobriety, questioning whether you're really sober enough, spiritual enough, or good enough. I'm going to give you a quick answer on that. You are. You are. Okay. You are spiritual enough. If you are just, even if you're willing, and I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and discuss things like California sober, that if you're on Suboxone, that you're not, that I'm not getting into any of that. Okay. Because your recovery is your recovery. All right. I'm an alcoholic. For me, I didn't really have, drugs were okay. I mean, but I only used them to enhance my drinking experience. There was one time, true story, I had some friends who are like, hey, let's do some cocaine. I'd done it before. Oh, yeah, I'll do some cocaine. Why not? I'm not huge on cocaine because you snort a line at 7 p.m, and then you turn around, talk to somebody, and then it's 7 a.m. The sun's coming up. That's why I hated it. All right. Then they wanted to do it once a month. Then it was twice a month. Then it became every weekend. And that's when I started to see it. I'm like, Then they showed up on a Wednesday. Nope. No more. I was like, nope. This is the point of addiction. And I already have an alcohol problem. I can't afford to have a cocaine problem. I could barely afford my alcohol. All right. So, this is the way I kind of see it. If you're off your drug of choice, good job. Good job. let's take smoking as one. Nicotine's a habit. Nicotine's a drug, one of the most dangerous drugs out there. Now, don't get told that I'm not sober because I smoke. Nobody says that. But if I was to smoke meth before an AA meeting, that might be a little different, huh? Might be a little different. See, people have perceptions, right? And like my mother-in-law, okay? I haven't talked to her in years. Just now, she doesn't believe that I'm sober. She doesn't believe it. Okay. And for a while, for the first, I don't know, 3-4 years, I took offense to that. I did. I thought about it and I'm like, she has 3 ex-husbands. She's on her 4th marriage, and this guy's a normie. And every single one of them were alcoholics that couldn't get sober. So see, her perception is AA does not work. That is her experience. And isn't experience fact? It is. Certainly it is fact. So her truth is true. They didn't make it. All right. All right. Let's talk about this a little bit. Now, this actually came from a title called Success Guilt: Why Thriving in Recovery Can Feel Just as Scary as Failing. Why success can feel just as scary as failing, and feeling like an imposter, right? And we even have a saying called "fake it till you make it." Okay. Let's talk on that for a second. You're not actually faking it, but it feels that way because it's new to you. But you're discovering who you actually are because you never figured that out. Right? You didn't figure it out. You don't know who you are yet. So you're going to need to give yourself some time. There's a lot of discovery to be made. A lot of discovery, right? So a lot of people don't expect this when we talk about relapse fear all the time. But what about the fear of things actually going right? I'll give you a little in. This is part of my book. It's part of one of the books. But right? It can be just as scary as failing. Succeeding can feel, because you don't know. It's the unknown. Right? So number 1, survivor's guilt. I wasn't expecting it either. There's a lot of people that I've met that died from drinking. And there are times when I feel bad that I'm sitting here sober, living a great life, and that didn't happen for them. And I feel bad about it. I feel bad for some of the people that didn't make it. Sometimes I might even take it a little personally, especially if they're a sponsee or something. And I've had sponsees die on me. In the last year and a half, I've had 2 die. Not die on me, but you get it. They passed. And it was a direct result from drinking and using drugs. One was a car accident, right? Somebody else was even driving, but they were both high, you know. And I feel guilty. I mean, she was what, 20, 27, 28, a beautiful young lady with 2 kids. Yeah, I feel bad. I feel guilty. I feel a little guilty for surviving, for still being around. Right? Now, when we get into the program, you might go, let's say you went into treatment, right? Let's say you went into treatment, and in treatment, you met a lot of really cool people, right? You got close with some people in treatment, and you get out. What do we call these litter mates? Okay, it's people that have that start the program together and stuff, and tend to stick together. And maybe there's 5 of them, but 2 months later, one of them dies, overdose. So yeah, and because of that, 2 more go out. But you decided to stay in. This is going to be, you're going to feel some survivor's guilt in that, right? Watching friends or family, or even people that are still going through it, that are close to you, watching friends and family still struggle while you move forward can make you feel undeserving. It's a hard one. It is, because we don't want to leave people behind either. It hurts. We're lonely people. And then to make it worse, we understand exactly what they're going through, but we can do nothing about it. There's a part in the doctor's opinion, right? Let's just read that part real quick here. All right. Oh, I'm one. Men have cried out to me in sincere and despairing appeal, Doctor, I cannot go on like this. I have everything to live for. I must stop, but I cannot. You must help me. Faced with this problem, if a doctor is honest with himself, he must sometimes feel his own inadequacy. Although he gives all that is in him, it is often not enough. One feels that something more than a human power is needed to produce the essential psychic change. You're not as sneaky as you think you are, dude. He thinks he crawls onto my lap real slow, like he's being sneaky. Yeah, it is really, really hard. What if it's your best friend, man? Your best friend your whole fucking life. And you can't seem to help them. The best we can do in this situation is live your best life. Okay? But there is you don't have to cut these people out of your life. If you get to a place where the obsession's been lifted and you feel that you need to reach out, what do you think that 9th step is about? The 9th step isn't just about making amends. It's letting other people know that if they need help, you are there and available. It's one of the reasons why we do that step. And by that time, a lot of our shame and blame and guilt is gone, and we're standing in the sunlight of the spirit. So we'll be effective in this part. Why? Because you went and changed, and your life is now much better. You don't even look the same. The bags under your eyes are gone. Your skin is cleared up. Maybe you've lost a little bit of weight. Right? The water gain has left because you weren't just drinking alcohol all the time. Right? I'm the heaviest I've ever been, but this is not the biggest I've ever been. Nope. Mm-mm. No. My face was all bloated, dead and bloated. I am. All right. The pressure of hope. Man, I'm so proud of you. You got this. You've done this. And then sometimes other people's enthusiasm can be hard to take. Hey, Tyler, good to see you. And thank you for the review, Tyler. That was, I've been asking people for reviews for the website and stuff. And some of the reviews I'm just going to say thank you. In fact, what a great example. They're not easy to read. Because people's perception, and it's true, that's your perception, right? We kind of covered that. It's true. But it's hard for us alcoholics to take a compliment. It's hard for this alcoholic to take a compliment sometimes. Even though I know it's true, there's a part of me that still feels like I don't deserve it. That it's not true. And I go through this all the time. I do. God, God, I know I'm helping a few people, but am I really helping people? And then I read the reviews, and God's like, fuck yeah. See, I told you, Dion. He's all, I told you. Jerk. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, so thank you so much for the kind words, the honesty. The honesty. It's a lot of Dion's kind of raw and real. He'll solve his problem, and you did great, right? And they're going on the website. Tyler's, I don't have yours on there yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put yours on the podcast one because it fits much better there. So, yeah, right reviews for the right areas, right? So that is one thing that the pressures of hope, right? Once people start saying you're doing so well, it can feel like one slip will let everybody down. Now, let's say this person does have a slip. Slips are not the end of the fucking world, but we take them that way. Right? You could have 9 months of sobriety, and let's say you got drunk on a Saturday night. Something happened, something out of your, something happened. You drank. You did not lose those 9 months of work. You did not. Bullshit. And anybody that thinks any differently, well, they're probably a chronic relapser. If you've done the work, whatever work you've done during those 9 months, they're not gone. They're gone because you made a mistake. You're going to make a lot of mistakes in your fucking life. A lot. Drinking was one of them, but that seems to be the one that we zoom in on. Right? This is the way I see it. You have 9 months of sobriety. Something happened. You had a slip. What do you have now? What do you have now? A solution to your problem. Because now you know what the problem is. Now you take care of that problem. Why did you drink? Well, this happened and that happened. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. How is that not progress? It's progress. It's progress with a hangover, but it's still progress. This is where time can be very, very frustrating. This is a day at a time program. I am only sober right now. There is no other time to be sober but right now. No better time than right now. You can only be happy right now. You can only be sad right now. You can only be attentive right now. Anything outside of right now is a what if. That's all it is. It doesn't even exist. It's not happening right now. You want to know the difference between somebody with 2 years and somebody with 20? 18 years. That's it. Just time. Right? And this is where I tend to say time is a fickle mistress. And it's only used for one thing: trust in others. It's all it's good for. It's all it's good for. If you got up before 9:37 a.m. Mountain Standard Time today, you have more sobriety than I do. And I believe that. Why? Because I go to bed a recovered alcoholic and I wake up a hopeless, helpless, chronic drunk. And I start the process over. It's called consistency. It's structure. And I do the same thing every morning. I don't give a fuck if the house is burning down. I'm making coffee. Well, it might already be made if there's a fire in the house. But coffee's first on the agenda. Go in the bathroom and then we pray. Yes, I make coffee before I go to the bathroom, usually. I have to sit there and do the pee-pee dance. You ever do that? You're filling up the coffee pot. You're doing the pee-pee dance because you got to pee real quick, but you got to get that coffee first, or otherwise you're not going to be able to get your cup of coffee in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, I do that. I prefer to torture myself first. The coffee pee-pee dance. All right. Now we're down to the imposter syndrome in sobriety. Questioning whether you're really sober enough, spiritual enough, or good enough. All right, the first one, sober enough, I'm not even going to cover. That is between you and your higher power. Spiritual enough, are you willing to try a different way? You're spiritual enough. I got this. I got to fill it. I always have to have something in my hand. I'm over here flashing around my prescription bottle. This is the Etimbi. Lowers my cholesterol. All right. So sometimes it still happens to me. All right. Where you doubt. You're like, am I really worthy of this? And my answer to that is going to be yes, because God said so. I don't need more than that. God said you were worthy enough. He gave it to you. You know. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and she's like, that's going to be hard to describe. All right, cover it. All right, so spiritual enough. If you are willing to make a change and take a look at it differently, you're spiritual enough. Yeah. And or good enough. Are you good enough? Are you doing your best to treat yourself better and other people better? You are. You're good enough. Yeah. If you could finally see that your actions were not acceptable, if you could see in that fourth and fifth step where are you wanting to be a better person? If so, you are good enough. We do not make hard turns here, and these are exactly why. It's exactly why. All right. So the self-sabotage loop. Right? Success feels unfamiliar, so the brain starts searching for ways to burn it down. I go through that with my business. Because I haven't experienced that success yet. So to me, it just feels like one failure after another so far. Right? Now, it also depends on what your definition of success is. Let's take this particular daily trudge. Is it a success? Yes. Yeah. It already is. It's not even done yet. It's already a success. How do I know? Because there's people still here listening. So I must be saying something right. I know that this video, whether it's a clip, the full video, is going to be listened to by at least 300 people. And it's going to help someone. So it's already a success. Okay. But it's also my determining what that success is. In this case, if it helps one person, then it's successful. Well, guess what? It's already helped me. Them or others. I'm another. It helped me. Oh, I'm becoming a better person, which is journey. Well, there's one right off the bat. At one point, my therapist asked me, she's like, you seem to go live a lot. This is what I was doing like 3 times a day. Notice that I haven't been doing it that way anymore. Sometimes, most times 2. And she's like, why don't you do stuff that you like to do? I'm like, what are you talking about? I love doing it. I'm the center of attention. I get to hang out with my friends, and I'm mostly right. I love it. Right? I do this for me because I love helping people. All right? So it's still for me. All right. So it's raw. It's rarely addressed head on. It resonates with people who are past the just trying to stay sober phase and the now what. All right. So let's repeat these really quick. The actual title is Success Guilt, Why Thriving in Recovery Can Feel Just as Scary as Failing. The first one, Survivor's Guilt, The Pressure of Hope, Imposter Syndrome and Sobriety, and the Self-Sabotage Loop. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out and have a day.